Alright, my name's Eric Francis. Welcome to another edition of Planet Waves video. First thing I'm going to tell you about is what I have been doing half the autumn and almost all winter, though I stopped about 2 weeks ago, soon to resume, and that something is Cosmic Confidential. Confidential. I think about this word all the time. Confidence, confidential, contra, confidential. What am I on about here? Cosmic Confidential. Unlike Planet Waves, though similar to Planet Waves, Cosmic Confidential is astrology about you. Planet Waves plays a little bit of a different game. It's more about the news and you and the news. Cosmic Confidential is about yourself. It's about you. It's your reading for 2010. And what I've been doing all winter basically is surfing from cafe to cafe. And I'll have you know there's not that many cafes in the Hudson Valley. It's been very hard work finding new places to work to keep my brain fresh every single day. And bit by bit, week by week, month by month, sign by sign, aspect by aspect, thinking, working through, writing, figuring out, rewriting a message for you, some thoughts for you that relate to you about your astrology for 2010. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because for most people, this is what astrology seems like. It makes no sense, although to some people, a good hobby electrician, for example, that makes perfect sense. And I'm able to take something that seems to make no sense to most people and actually translate it into something that makes pretty good sense to most of you. Now, how can this actually work as a supposedly general sign reading? Maybe that's not a topic for today, but it works. I can get it to work. I have a theory about how it works, which is that I'm able to do a whole reading for you based on your sign of the zodiac. I have a lot of practice doing this, in fact about 15 years practice, 12 years practice doing annual editions, year after year, sign after sign. I thoroughly research the astrology. I cast the charts months and months in advance, analyze and study the charts, bounce them off of people, each year gaining more experience, doing it over and over again, and then finally start writing. And this takes a while. This time it took me basically 14 weeks. Some would say that's not that long. It's a while for me. 14 weeks of writing and rewriting your analysis for your sign. At the end of all this, I ended up with about 5,000 words per sign, times 12 signs of the zodiac. And whatever sign you were born under, I've got something for you that will help you make sense out of some, what is in truth, incredibly beautiful astrology in 2010. Some of the most stunning astrology. I mean, you know how those years, there are certain years that stand out in history. 1969 is one of those years, for example, where it just seems like everything happens that year. We are in a similar year to 1969, kind of like a mirror image of 1969, with some features a little bit different, and some kind of reversed. The planets have come about half circles since 1969, some crucial ones like Uranus, and Jupiter has gone around a few times, and then it's landing halfway around the zodiac, and what we get is a very high energy year in 2010. We're in it now, although there's an aspect that is being drawn back and back and back and back and back like a slingshot. That aspect is Mars retrograde. One of the things I've looked at very carefully for all 12 signs is Mars retrograde through the signs and the conjunction of Jupiter and Uranus. That if you read Planet Waves, or really any other astrology website, you will keep reading about, and I have done my best to put that into the context of you and your life. Each of these is available for just $19.95. That's pretty incredible, considering that basically people travel halfway around the world and pay me $300 an hour to read their chart. What you get from Cosmic Confidential is more astrology than I have time to give in an hour or 90-minute reading, condensed into a comprehensible, easy, entertaining for sure, piece of astrology writing for each of the 12 signs, available with or without a subscription to Planet Waves Astrology News. Have at it, enjoy, write in with questions. My name is Eric Francis for Planet Waves Video.